深海，随着无声的起伏上下颠簸，轮胎揭开宁静的薄膜，梦境声被过滤成一种脉动，没有装点的座标在闪烁，视线穿透了无数虚幻的重逢，我们在流动的剪影中下沉，空气中悬浮着未知的灰尘，不需要对白去填充缝隙，开关在记忆频率里延伸，我们在旋转的逻辑中失重，让思维在空旷的隧道靠拢，一切决赛的都在瓦解，只剩下这股潮汐在怂恿。生生单调的虚妄带走了重量，这种难想的心情没收了边框，世界只是一场漫长的秘密，每个人都是凝固的渴望，那些高层建筑正在褪色，窗台里的秘密逐渐干涸，双手握住着冰冷的圆周，在这个特定的瞬间获得解脱，后视镜里抓不出告别，前方的黑暗里倾覆着直觉，诉诸不再具有具体的意义，时间在这里完成了它的更迭，我们在流动的电影中下沉，空气中悬浮着未知的灰尘，不需要对白去填充缝隙，感官在地理频率里延伸，我们在旋转的逻辑都失重，让思维在空空的隧道靠拢，一切决赛的都在瓦解，只剩下这股潮汐在怂恿。
Elevators hum at midnight, gold on the rooftop glass, shimmer on your wrist, slow laughter, world spinning under us, velvet in your voice, you lean on the balcony rail, traffic like a quiet river, running through the steel and pale, your perfume in the cold, tiny universe on your lips, you trace constellations on my collar with your fingertips, pour up that skyline champagne, bubbles in the air between us, slow dance in a cloud of windows, every floor light flickers like us, sip on that skyline champagne, light drips silver down your face, if this is wrong don't say a thing, let the city hold our grace, room key on the marble, kick shoes by the heavy door, playlist on a muted screen, we're talking like we've met before, curtains breathing in and out, neon veins across your skin, you say you hate the morning, so I pray it never begins, pour up that skyline champagne, bubbles in the air between us, slow dance in a cloud of windows, every floor light flickers like us, sip on the skyline champagne, light drips silver down your face, if this is wrong don't say a thing, let the city hold our grace, tell me where where you go when you stare past every tower? Are you chasing old reflections or stealing back an hour? I'm floating in your quiet on this borrowed leather chair. If tomorrow feels too heavy, we can leave it down there, down there. Pour up the skyline champagne, bubbles in the air between us, slow dance in a cloud of windows. Every floor light flickers like us. Sip on the skyline champagne, night drips silver down your face. If this is wrong, don't say a thing. Let the city hold her grace.
The tide rolls back its heavy sleeves, revealing salt and golden grains. The sun is leaning on the reef, while heat dissolves the summer rains. Bare feet are dancing on the edge, where cooling foam meets burning land. We've left the city on the ledge and brought our shadows to the sand. A truck is parked beside the pier, with ice and silver cans in tow. The noise of laughter ringing clear beneath the amber sunset glow. No maps are needed for this ground, no watches ticking on the wrist. We follow where the base is found, inside a haze of ocean mist. The giant bonfire climbs tonight to meet the stars above the bay. A spinning wheel of orange light that keeps the creeping dark away. Hold no more within this bright and hollow shell. The driftwood burns a steady blue, steady blue, steady blue. Old guitars are humming low, old guitars are humming low. 1,000 faces turning new, 1,000 faces turning new. With nowhere left for us to go, with nowhere left for us to go. But deeper in the swaying crowd, but deeper in the swaying crowd. Beneath the moon's uneven night, the singing rises thinking loud. Against the ceiling of the sky, the surface crashing on the stones like drums inside a hollow chest. It vibrates in our very bones and puts the heavy heart to rest. Forget the winter in the north, forget the walls that shut you in. As summer spirit wanders forth across the salt upon your skin. A girl is shaking out her hair, the droplets fly like liquid glass. There is a magic in the air that watches every second pass. The dark is swaying to the beat of water hidden in hollow wood. We feel the pulse beneath our feet, just like the ancient master should. The giant bonfire climbs the night to meet the stars above the bay. A spinning wheel of orange light that keeps the creeping dark away. We drink the spirit of the shore and let the rolling breakers swell. Oh, until the one can hold no more. Within this bright and hollow shout, a giant bonfire climbs the night to meet the stars above the bay. A spinning wheel of orange light that keeps the creeping dark away. We drink the spirit of the shore and let the rolling breakers swell until the world can hold no more.
slip. Top floor, breathing in the open wide. Nowhere for a restless soul to hide. A driving force in a relaxed state, letting all the tangled pieces resonate. Eyes in the crystal making sudden sounds, while the steady motion knows no bounds. Elevated spirit in a rhythmic flow, watching all the tiny lights move down below. Ice cubes melting in a golden sea. The conversation flows so effortlessly. Percussion hitting in a broken time, matching every feeling that is at its prime. Blue notes hovering above the crowd, speaking secrets that are never quite too loud. Just a syncopated flicker in the dark, leaving behind a very specific spark. Laughter bouncing off the parapet wall, catching every moment just before it falls. The architecture seems to sway and bend, as if the summer night will never end. A chill perspective on a frantic place, looking for the beauty in a tight space. Moving to a frequency that feels so right, in the middle of the urban high. The ivories are dancing in a complex world, spinning out a message to the wider world. A sequence of notes that refuse to align, tracing out a pattern that is purely divine. A pulse of the speaker is a subtle push, hidden in the quiet of the midnight lush. Gravity is loosening its heavy grip, letting every heavy thought begin to slip. The asphalt holds the heat of a departed day, while shadows stretch across the vacant subway grate. I step into the tide of your silent purple gray, watching the city pulse at a heavy, steady rate. There is a secret frequency in the concrete skin, a low vibration pulling through the soles of my shoes. The heavy air is thick where the velvet dark begins, leaving behind a world that I am bound to lose. A distant siren bleeds into a softer tone. The street lamps flicker like a slow and steady breath. I find a sanctuary in being quite alone, avoiding every ghost that's bored and scared to death. The heavy narrow shutters slide down to the floor, and iron gates are locked against the restless wind. I do not look for any open glowing door, just looking for the place where the melodies descend. The deeper current takes the lead, moving at a subterranean speed. Gravity is just a slate of mine, leaving the jagged edges far behind. The deeper current takes the lead, moving at a subterranean speed. Gravity is just a state of mind, leaving the jagged edges far behind. The skyline is a jagged teeth against the stars, but down here in the canyon everything is smooth, ignoring all the static from the passing cars, looking for the frequency that's meant to soothe. A liquid motion flowing through a dark alleyway, where the humidity clings to the brick and stone. I have no interest in the common light of day. I am the king of a kingdom that is made of bone. The smoke is rising from a manhole in the street, a ghost of steam that dances for a second then dies. I keep the cadence with the shuffle of my feet under the gate. darkness like it was a glass of milk. The deeper current takes the lead. More than that, a subterraneous feet. Gravity's just a state of mind. Leading the jacket, I just far behind. The deeper current takes the lead. More than that, a subterraneous feet. Gravity is just a state of mind. Leading the jacket, I just far behind. Static vibrations pulse beneath the surface of the night. We drift through a vacuum where the cold and dark ignite. The frequency is shifting like a ghost inside the wire. A steady, heavy heart set to catch a cosmic fire. No map for the distance, just a humming in my bones. Searching for a signal in the forest of the stones. The gravity is pulling, but we are lighter than the dust. Moving with the current and the motion we can trust. The pressure and the silence starts to crystallize the air. Looking for the center of a world that isn't there. Take me to the deep where the waves begin to fall. Tracing out a pattern in the purple and the gold. A heavy driving engine for the spirit in the void. Caught inside a circle that can never be destroyed. Falling through the velvet as the system starts to hum. Waiting for the moment that we finally become.
sits heavy on the ledge, counting the hours on a silver edge. The traffic below is a muted hum, waiting for the clarity to come. The brick and mortar breathe a sigh underneath the charcoal sky. The iron railing feels cold and real while the city spins its heavy wheel. Ice is settling in the glass, watching the ghosts of the evening pass. Every window is a yellow eye, staring back as the clouds drift by. There is no man for where we go in the tide of the undertow, just a pulse of the cooling snow and the weight of being here alone. The shadows stretch and then they fold, turning the copper into gold. The static air begins to break for every promise that we stake. This is the height of the water, so where the fragments make a hole. Up on the tiles where the wind is free, looking for what we used to be. The sky is wide and the ground is far, reaching for a fading star in the hollow of the night. We are moving toward the light. Skyline glow like a distant fire, tangled in a velvet wire. Smoke rises from a chimney stack. There is no way of looking back. The stairs are steep and the door is shut, following a deeper cut through the maze of the wire and steel, searching for something we can feel. A sudden voice from the hidden room pierces through the heavy gloom. Fragmented notes in a broken chain, like the falling of a summer rain. The cement floor is a steady stage, writing on a blank white page, while the world is fast asleep and the silence starts to creep. The shadows stretch and then they fold, turning the copper into gold. The static air begins to break for every promise that we stay. This is the height of the modern soul, where the fragments make a hole. Up on the tiles where the wind is free, looking for what we used to be. The sky is wide and the ground is far, reaching for a fading star in the hollow of the night. We are moving toward the light. This is the height of the modern soul, where the fragments make a hole. Up on the house where the wind is free, looking for what we used to be. The sky is wide and the ground is far.
The circuit wakes in the copper frame, a steady pulse with no human in. Between the wires where the light is thin, the digital breath is settling in. Ooh, I feel the drag of the heavy load, mapping the grid where the currents go. Ooh, 1, 2, what is a steady beat? Measure strides on a silent street. Synthesize shadows across the floor. A coded knock on an open door. The low end swings in a velvet art, tracing the lines through the velvet dark. System hum and the steady flow, moving fast but feeling slow. Fragmented voice in mainstream,
Waking up from a plastic dream. System hum in the steady flow. Everything we think we know. System hum in the steady flow. Moving fast but feeling slow. Fragmented voices in the stream. Waking up from a plastic dream. System hum and steady flow. Everything we think we know. Softened waves and a silver wash. The pressure builds in a sudden rush. From the ground to the ceiling fan. Further away from the heart of man. The transition slides like a ghost in gears. Filtering out the remaining fears. Sharp percussion against the grain. A calculated kind of rain. The metal throat begins to stutter. Words the chorus could never utter. Locked in the groove of a wide machine. Keeping the hollow spaces clean. System hum and steady flow. Moving fast but feeling slow. Fragmented voices in the stream. Waking up from a plastic dream. System hum and steady flow. Everything we think we know. System hum and steady flow. Moving fast but feeling slow. Street lights bleeding through the tinted glass. Four wheels rolling on a sea of brass. The needle finds a groove in the midnight dust. Moving slow because we've got no lust for the rush. Just the hum of the tires on the cold concrete. Tracing patterns where the shadows and the mercury meet. 7 layers of the haze in the air. Fingers dancing on the keys like they're barely there. Heartbeat ticking like a clock with a wandering mind. Leaving every heavy burden of the day behind. The skyline is a skeleton of silver and blue. Waiting for a motion that is honest and true. Slide into the velvet of the deep while the rest of the city is buried in sleep. Swing to the silence of the wide open lane. Drinking down the calm like a soft summer rain. Reflection is fading as the gravity bends. This is where the struggle of the daylight ends. Tension is a ghost that we used to know. Watch it dissolve in the amber glow of syncopated heart and a mechanical chest. Finding the frequency of perfect rest. No words needed for the weight of a sound. When the soul is finally unchained and unbound. Electric guitar is singing low and sweet. Mirroring the pulse of a weary street. 122 ways to feel the balance of the spirit and the spinning wheel. No destination, just the joy of the glide through the canyons where the lonely secrets hide. Slide into the velvet of the deep while the rest of the city is buried in sleep. Swing from the silent of the wide open lane. Drinking down the calm like a soft summer rain. The friction is fading as the gravity bends. This is where the struggle of the
daylight ends. Slide into the velvet of the deep while the rest of the city is buried in sleep. Swing through the sound of the wide open lane, drinking down the calm like a soft summer rain. The friction is fading as the gravity bends. This is where the struggle of the daylight ends.
Dust of nebulas, deep bass vibrating in the marrow of the ship. Every note a flicker in the vast and lonely sprawl, ticking like a clock that forgot I tell the hour. We are witness jewels scattered across the black, waiting for the dawn of a galaxy yet to be named. The atmospheric haze settles on the frozen glass. 121 reasons to keep moving on. Past the rings of ice and the ghosts of dead satellites, toward the quiet center of the spinning hole. No direction left but the rhythm of the deep. No destination but the next shimmering chord. We belong to the airless heights and the long descent. Writing our names in the embers of the cosmic wind. Away into the indigo expanse where the spinning beat here comes. The only path we hold, fragment of the sun dancing on the silver hole, moving through the stillness of the timeless sea. Floating in the cradle of the infinite, where the steady beat becomes the only map we hold, fragment of the sun dancing on the silver hole, moving through the stillness of the timeless sea. Drift away into the indigo expanse where the steady beat becomes the only map we hold, fragment of the sun dancing on the silver hole, moving through the stillness of the timeless sea, floating in the cradle of the infinite.
The gravity shifts beneath the silver weight. A steady pulse begins to recalibrate. Beyond the edge where ancient shadows lie, a velvet void is stretching out its tide.
No breath is left within the thinning air. The cold vibrations find us everywhere. The distance causing waves of violet light to pull the morning through the endless night. These hollow tones begin to bloom and fade within the breath that silent hands have made. A rolling undercurrent starts to bend, where every lonely sequence finds a friend. The heavy grounding of the lower strings is catching fire on iridescent wings. We drift toward the center of the globe, where liquid constellations learn to flow. Into the deep expanse we disappear, beyond the reach of every human fear. The orbit widens in a slow descent, through every spiral that the stars have blend. The fabric ripples in a tidal swell, more vast than any story left to tell. We are the motion in the dark machine, the ghost that haunts the spaces in between. Into the deep expanse we disappear, beyond the reach of every human fear. This orbit widens in a slow descent, through every spiral that the stars have lit. The fabric ripples in a tidal swell, more vast than any story left to tell. We are the motion in the dark machine, the ghost that haunts the spaces in between. The chords are climbing up a jagged stair to leave the heavy burdens that we bear. A shifting spectrum in the quiet core, unlocking those we never saw before. The resonance expanding through the bone, a language that the universe has known, no longer anchored to the dusty ground. We are the substance of the waking sound. The cycle turns until the path is clear. The humming of the firmament is near, the driving force within the calmest state, to navigate the pressure and the weight. The texture thickens like a rising sea, in search of everything we used to be, until the final note begins to climb across the frozen fractures of our time. Into the deep expanse we disappear, beyond the reach of every